Take two. Good morning, everyone. We're live from Houston, Texas. This is Thursday, October 11th, and show number 111. Sorry about that little false start if you saw it. I don't know. I pushed the button and said it couldn't connect. I don't know. You do what you can. It's technology. There's not much I can do about it. So anyway, we're here live in Houston. My name is Drew Borski, and this is Live with Captain Housekeeper. I'm so glad you joined me. Good morning, Julie. Hello. Julie, it appears you're the only one here. Facebook or YouTube was having a little technical difficulties this morning, Julie. So it's just you and me, kid. And Chandler. She just walked past. What are you going to do? So, you know, I always test the connection and I always test to make sure that my app is up to date, but it cooled off here. Julie. Oh, good morning, Angela. You're too good. I'm so glad. You ever throw a party and no one shows up? Good morning, Karen. I was just saying, it finally cooled off a little bit here in Houston, which was very exciting. Good morning, Sandra. Oh, look, I just got a notification that Captain Housekeeper went live. I never get those. I didn't think it worked. So the overnight lows last night were 64 degrees. Oh my goodness, in the middle of the night I had to get up to let out Koyana and I could feel it in the air. It's the first time it's been that low in so many months. So I came inside the house and opened all the windows, and then the dogs barked at all the windows all night. They growled mostly because they're not used to the windows being opened. But it was so nice, but I had to close them all already because the high today is going to be 85 and it's still pretty humid. I mean, the humidity's come down a little bit, but not enough to enjoy all day long. But I did go topless in my car. So that was fun before it got too warm out. Anytime I can go topless in my car, I'm very, very happy. I take advantage of every opportunity. Angela says the weather is so nice here. Oh yeah, you're up near Austin, right, Angela? I'm sure it's even drier up there than here. A friend of mine just went to Kerrville last weekend and she had a ball and said the weather was amazing, which is up past San Antonio. So anyway, I'm glad y'all are here. I apologize the last couple of days. I was only able to go live in the afternoon, but lots of people showed up and I really appreciate that. Thank you for your patience. I do the best I can, but what are you gonna do? Julie says it's 34 degrees in Minnesota. I would still go topless in my car at 34 degrees. I've done it here in Houston. I just bundle up. It's worth it. I love it. I love the cold air on my face. I don't get it very often, so. Well, good morning, Captain Charles. Ugh, he's late to the party. Well, it's okay, Captain Charles, because there were technical difficulties. So it kind of had a little false start this morning. I had to reboot the app and start over again. So it's okay that you're late. It's fantastic weather here in Houston finally. That's what Captain Charles said. I agree, you know. I had all the windows open. I went topless in my car, so I'm thrilled that fall's here. I love summertime when I lived up north. I loved it. I loved it. It's so much fun. Spring, then summer. You know, it's warm. You can go in shorts. But here, you know, it gets real old for me. I prefer the fall and the winter because it's, you know, I can wear jeans. So most people stop wearing flip-flops in public, which I have a thing about flip-flops in public. That's a personal problem. Oh, good morning, Captain Kristen. I'm glad you're here too. Captain Kristen cooled off a little bit over in Florida too. I saw in your podcast this morning. Got down to a chilly 80 degrees, I think you said. But hey, we'll take whatever we can get, right? I started unpacking a little bit, and it really helped me to understand the scope of what's ahead of me. Because I think I unpacked 3 boxes, and it's 2 things. A, it's a lot of work, physical labor, which is good, you know. I need the exercise. So I actually am kind of grateful for that. And two, there's a lot of debris. There's a lot of packing materials. And so I'm going to have to figure out a pathway for all this debris because I don't believe they'll come back and get it. I think I either had them unpack everything and they would take it, or it's all my problem. So it's a lot of packing materials that I'm going to, of course I really do want to get it into the recycling system, if at all possible. I think close to me, I think over here on the bayou over here, near one of the dog parks, I believe there's a recycling setup. See, we have recycling with the city, and it's just one of those trash cans that you can put stuff in. But this is the volume of it, of course, is not going to work out. I've already filled up the carport with just 3 boxes worth of debris. So I'm going to go to that dog park area and see if there's a place that has like more of a dumpster situation for cardboard. And then I can just load up the back of the truck and just keep it flowing out of here. This is literally, I can't procrastinate because there's gonna be so much debris. Anyway, Captain Sandra says, it's like moving. I always lose a little weight when I move. I'm looking forward to that, Captain Sandra. I'm actually looking forward to the exercise. You know, the fact that painting these rooms took a physical toll kind of snapped me out of it a little bit. It's like, oh, you don't exercise enough, because it was just a couple steps on the step ladder, a little bit of bending over a few days, and I could really feel it. So I'm actually looking forward to lift with your legs. You know, I know good ergonomics, but maybe tightening up everything a little bit more, get a little more stamina, get the blood flowing to the muscles, as they say. Captain Charles says, guess what, Drew? I've been talking with April. Ooh, April. She's our mutual friend. Sometimes she's April's friend of the show. She watches in the evenings while she's cooking dinner. So I hope you're cooking something delicious, April. Oh, good morning, April. You are here. April, I'm so glad you and Captain Charles started talking to each other. Yeah, ouch, Captain Sandra. The thing is when you haven't exercised, and I had this, you know, I used to go to the gym all the time. And, you know, I felt good about that. I'd go and I'd do the treadmill and I'd lift weights, you know, I'd alternate. And I was pretty, you know, I felt good about my health and fitness at the time. And then I put in this pool. And I had this, it's like, ooh, I can save some money. So I quit my gym membership because I was going to swim laps every day. And it's never happened. I've had the pool for 5 years, so I've had like 5 years of just being not as active as I'm accustomed to being, and it sure came very, very clear when I was trying to paint these rooms. So, Captain Charles has a tip. Let's read his tip. Captain Charles says, a tip with packing material, if it's mostly packing paper, get the tall paper lawn bags normally used for leaves, small throw print in it, and it hold a ton when you compress it. Oh, and can you put that in? Will they pick that up with the leaf stuff? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll check that out. That's a good idea. Oh, you're talking about those tall plastic ones. Oh, yeah. That's a really good idea, Charles, because this morning when I was working on those boxes a little bit more this morning, it just kind of, it was this explosion of materials that, you know, once I cut the tape off the boxes, it just kind of went clean. It was everywhere. And so picking it up and taking it outdoors, I was making all these trips out to the trash can and to my recycle bin. It wasn't, I realized I didn't have it in place. The system wasn't in place. So that's a very good tip. Thank you, Charles. I need to have a system in place so that it doesn't explode all over the house as I go. Very good. But last night it was nice because I used the new living room really for the first time with the family and the dogs, and after dinner was able to relax in there, and it's going to be quite comfortable. But what's interesting is once I got the TV and the sofa, and there's just a sofa table and a little coffee table, right? It fills the whole room, and I was thinking, how did I ever fit an entire bedroom set in this tiny little room? But I did, and it was nice, and I liked it. But now when I look at it, it's like, oh, there's no way this would ever fit. Captain Sanders says, I wish we had recycling here. Sandra, you're in Mississippi, right? Is that what you said? Yeah, we're very, very lucky. I think it's probably just because we're in the city of Houston, we have recycling. I don't know if any of the suburbs around Houston actually have it or not. Some of them probably do, but yeah, it's really, really nice to be able to put your recycling in like a trash bin and roll it to the street every 2 weeks and let them pick it up. It's very, very convenient. But last year or the year before, I don't remember, they stopped accepting glass bottles in those dumpsters, which, you know, I'm not saying I have a lot of wine bottles to recycle, but you can do crafts with those bottles. You just got to get the labels off. But an entrepreneur here in my neighborhood, it was very clever. He came to the door when they decided they wouldn't take glass bottles anymore. And he, for a small fee, will provide little containers, and you can put the things that are recyclable, but they don't accept in those dumpsters anymore, and he'll pick it up. And then he drives it over to that recycling area by the bayou that I was talking about. I thought that was very clever, and I see him out all the time collecting, because, you know, lots of people like to recycle nowadays. So I thought that was very clever. I didn't do it because it felt like something I should do myself. Automate and delegate whenever possible. Do as I say, not as I do. Sandra says, I do take my plastic to Walmart. At least it's something. Yeah, the plastic bags, I saw my Kroger and Sprouts both have bins to bring plastic bags back so you can recycle them that way, which is great. And they don't care what store you got them from. I actually have a reusable grocery bag now that I got for Christmas. And I'm finally remembering to take it with me. And it's amazing. I'm shocked at how different it is without that inflow of plastic bags into the house. It's great. Oh, you do all your plastic. Good for you, Sandra. Good for making an effort. Good morning, Ruthie. Are you enjoying spring, fall time? I think it cooled off in Florida also. That's what I heard. So it's supposed to continue cooling off, which I'm very excited about, so I can leave these windows open because the house still smells like the sealer they put on the floor. That hasn't cleared up completely yet, even though it's obviously dry and we can put furniture on it. I came home from the store yesterday and I was like, woo, it smells great. Good morning, Licia. It's good to see you. I look forward to seeing you very soon, Licia. Licia and I bonded yesterday over our mutual dislike of the show The Office. Neither one of us find it funny. I'm always waiting for it to be funny. Everyone's like, The Office, and it's like, it's clever. I'll give it that. Captain Charles says, we also have a lot of waste depositories here in Houston too, so what you don't want to wait for the curb service can take it there and just show a utility bill, 4 trips a month for free. Ooh, we're tapped into the county here with Captain Charles. I didn't realize that, Charles, because I have a little pickup truck, so I could load up the pickup truck. I do need to get rid of these boxes. The boxes are going to be tricky, and I don't, obviously they're bulky and stuff, so they're going to end up in the truck going somewhere. So that's good. So I got a new. Charles doesn't think The Office is funny either. Oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one. Look, all of us don't like it. That's great. So I got a new toy from Amazon yesterday. I haven't used it yet, but it's going to be very helpful if you have a pool. I'll let you know if it works. But when I put in the pool, I was advised by multiple people to not put in the autofill feature built into the pool, because if you have a pool and you have an autofill, and you happen to have some type of leak somewhere, it's going to keep filling the pool up so you don't even know that it's leaking. And I know my neighbor across the street, when I first moved in here, she had an issue. It actually created a big cavern next to her pool. She has an in-ground pool. And she had this slow leak that just kind of dug out like a cave. So she could have fallen into that. And I think she had an autofill system on that one. So I was advised not to, so I don't have one, but these dogs splash a lot of water out. So I'm always trying to keep up with the water, the pool, because you don't want to get too low because the pumps will burn out. So I got this auto filler attachment for my hose. It's in the box. I'm going to do that this afternoon. Take it out and you put it. It's got a little bobber on it, kind of like a sump pump would, and you leave the hose turned on. And when that bobber gets down too low, the water flows out and fills it up, and then that bobber should shut it off. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be a really interesting development because now that I don't clean the pool anymore, I'm just out there with the dogs. It's really a lot of, it's not stress. I mean, it sounds, I was gonna say it's a lot of stress. It's not stress, but it's just one more thing that I'm always trying to keep up with because it's random when the pool needs to be filled. So I'll let you know how that goes. Oh, Captain Julie, I played hooky yesterday. And then you dreamt you retired. Need a new career. Yeah, I understand, Captain Julie. I really, really do. I was in that exact same position before I became an entrepreneur. I dreaded going to work every day. I missed something here. Oh, Captain Sandra's waiting to get in trouble for recycling all her plastic at Walmart. That's funny. That's clever. Captain Angela says, we have a recycling can and a trash can. All cities should do this. It does make it very easy to recycle because you just take it out and put it in the green can or the black can. You know, ours are green and black. It's super duper easy. And recycling before that system was actually much more difficult. And you know, you get a little lazy, right? Because it's like, I'll just throw it away this time. But with having those two different, you know, the curb pickup, it makes it super duper easy. So anyway, yeah, so I have to, I'm going to, after I'm finished here, I have to go eat something. I'm always excited about eating something. I went and got groceries finally, so there's food in the house. No more picking up like sunflower kernels and stuff, hoping I can cobble together lunch. And then I'm going to go get my hair cut again, finally. It's gotten so, you see how big it is? It kind of turned into a Q-tip shaped situation if I don't get it cut soon. So I'm gonna go today and I'm gonna go topless because the humidity's down, the sun's out, it's a beautiful day, there's a nice breeze. So I'm gonna go topless and get my hair cut. It'll be very, very nice. I've been waiting for topless season for months. Captain Charles, next time we go out to lunch, we can go topless because the weather finally cooled off. A few weeks ago, I picked up Charles from work downtown and we went out to lunch. It was a lot of fun. So anyway. Julie, Sandra, Charles, Alicia, just because you're in charge of your house doesn't mean you have to do everything, Alicia. Automate and delegate whenever possible. And just a little footnote, no show tomorrow. No show tomorrow. Sorry, y'all are on your own, TGIF. You'll find out why soon enough. But I have some stuff up my sleeve for the weekend, like I said. So if you haven't rung the alert bell next to the subscribe button, do that because I'm going to go live spontaneously this weekend. Spontaneous live. It does sound risky, doesn't it, Sandra? Gotta live on the edge. Hey, you only live once, you might as well go topless, right? In case y'all haven't figured it out, my car's a convertible, so I put the top down. But it's more fun to say I go topless. Okay, give the show a thumbs up before you leave, y'all, and have a really good weekend. If I don't see you, no show tomorrow. I appreciate your patience. However, I may go live tomorrow spontaneously also. I don't know. Keeping it breezy. Okay, everyone. Say it with me, everyone. No matter what life throws at me, I have the ability to make this a fantastic topless day. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.